backend. Okay, we have set the config file. Now in this video, let's first of all set up the Nodemon so we don't have to restart our application again and again. Okay, so for that we have to install the Nodemon. So I type here npm I Nodemon. Now you can type here -g to install it globally. Okay, or you can install it as dev dependency of this project. So I will install it as dev dependency. So I type here npm I Nodemon -save -dev. Now with this -dev, it will install it as dev dependency, that we only want to use Nodemon in development, not in production. Okay, so if I press here enter, now it will install this package as dev dependency. So you can see that package is installed. If I go to my package or JSON file, you can see that here we have our dev dependency. In that I have the Nodemon. So these are the dependencies that we have to use in development and also in the production, but these are the dependencies that we will only use in the development, okay, not in the production. So now we have our Nodemon. Now to use that, I simply go to my package or JSON file. Okay, and let's first of all, we don't need here test, so I change it to start. Okay, and type here like node backend slash app.js. Okay, now to run this command, I will simply type here npm start. Now you can see that it has called this node backend app.js that we have specified here and started our project. So this is going to be start script, okay, that we will use in our production once we deploy this application. But now we are in development, so I will use here a new script that is called dev. I call it dev, and in that I will simply use in here my Nodemon. So I will type here Nodemon, okay, backend slash app.js. If I press here command S, and now if I type here npm run dev, because now we have to run this dev script. So now if I press here enter, you will see that now the Nodemon is running and we don't have to restart our application again and again. Even though if I change anything here, like I type here log hello, if I press here command S, you can see that we don't have to restart the server. It automatically has restarted that for us and we get here hello. So this is the benefit of using Nodemon. We don't have to restart again and again. Simply save it and that is it. Okay, so now we know that we have to also set in here the production environment and then the development environment. And to set that, I simply go to my package.json file. I simply type here node underscore env is going to be the name of the environment. For example, I type here development. Okay, save it, and that is it. Now node env means that node environment. So the current node environment, when we will run npm run dev, that is going to be development, and then we will start our application. Okay, so this is for the Mac. If you are on Mac, you have to type in this way, but if you are on Windows, you have to type here set, okay, node env is equal to development, and then you have to put in here and like this. Okay, so set node env is equal to development and node1 app .js like this. Okay, but on Mac you just have to type here node env and then node1 app.js. Now in the same way, I will write my second script that is called prod, which is for the production. So I type here prod, type here set node env is equal to production. Okay, and then node1 backend app.js. Okay, so now it will start the server in the production mode. In this way you can set different environments if you need. Okay, so in this way we can set up our environment. If I close it from here, now to use that I can simply type here that server started on port this. Okay, in I can type here mode in process.env.node underscore env then mode. Okay, if I save it, now you can see that here we get here if I run this project npm run dev. Okay, so you can see that here we get here server starting on port 4000 in development mode. And also let's add that in here, that is going to be node underscore env, that is going to be development. Okay, so now you can see that server starting on port 4000 in development mode. If I type here npm run prod, now you can see that on port 4000 in production mode. So in this way it will work. Now we have successfully set up the Nodemon. I hope that you understand, and also we have set up the node env. In my next video I will write my first route. Okay, and then we will move on and connect to our database. Okay, so if you have any kind of question, you can post in the Q&A. I will try my best to respond there. So that's it for this video. I will see you in the next lecture.